going on, y'all? Jake here from Flooded Marsh Flies. Today I'll be tying my version of the Kreelex. It's real simple, quick, and easy tie with only 3 ingredients. Meant to mimic a minnow for those predatory fish. I've been catching a lot of bass on it, so it's been pretty productive for me as we move into winter around here. Overall, great tie. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. Today I'm tying on a Gamakatsu SC15 and a 1/0. I'm also using Danville 210 flat wax and white. Just going to go ahead and start my thread right behind the hook eye. Just like always, aiming to make a little bump. This is just for my brass eyes to sit on. Today I'm using large brass eyes in gold from CW Flies. Just going to attach these in with a series of X-wraps here. I'm putting these a little bit further back than normal. This is just so that I can tie in my flash at the end pretty cleanly. You see I'm also throwing some wraps underneath there. That just helps keep it tight to the shank. Using some pretty heavy dumbbell eyes here. This is just to ensure that it flips and rides hook point up every time for me. This is just to prevent fouling and getting it stuck on a tree like I tend to do. Gonna move that thread just past the bend of the hook there. I'm gonna grab a couple strands of this micro Flashabou in gold here. Also Gamakatsu. At the time of recording, we finally got a win against Kentucky. Had a little bit of a rough season here. That's all right. Still love them anyway. I'm grabbing 3 to 4 strands here. Grab as many or as little as you want. Just gonna fold these in half. Cut them just so I get even strands. Then we're gonna fold these over my thread. Just gonna go ahead and attach them right to the top of the hook shank. Just making sure those are nice and secure. Gonna go ahead and cut these 1 inch behind the hook. Sticking out just like so. Next up here, I'm gonna grab some EP brush. This is just some woolly critter brush in 1/2 inch and tan. Gonna go ahead and secure that. Go ahead and move my thread all the way back to the hook eye there. I'm just gonna palmer this back, make nice touching wraps all the way up the shank. Sorry I've been MIA, y'all. I had a little sickness 1 week and then school got super busy, so I just took some time off. Focus on school, focus on myself. Now I'm back to tying. Now that I've wrapped this all the way forward, I'm gonna go ahead and split those fibers. I'm gonna tie this in just right past the dumbbell eyes. As always, nice and tight, make sure it's secure. Don't want your fly falling apart on you. Throwing a couple wraps on top and then a couple wraps in front there, just to make sure everything's nice and secure. Looking pretty good, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. Come in there and clean that tie off point. And then before we do our last step here, I'm gonna brush everything out. I'm gonna cut these fibers on top, just to make sure our flash sits evenly. Looking pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and add our flash in here. I'm going to use a mix of this micro Flashabou and then also some polar flash. I'm going to grab a pretty big bunch of this micro flash here. It's just going to be the bulk of this, the top part. I don't know what to call it. The wing, if you will. Like I said, grabbing a pretty good sized bunch of strands here. Just gonna lay that out on the table in front of me. Then I'm gonna take probably a quarter of the amount I just took of that gold flash and this bluish polar flash here. Making sure to cut those two about the same length. Gonna even them up. Pulling out any stray fibers. I'm gonna fold those in half and cut them, just to make sure I have everything even, just like we did previously. Then I'm gonna come in here and fold those over my thread. I'm gonna attach those right at the bottom of the shank here. Nice, tight, even pressure wraps. Gonna try to split that evenly across the hook point. Clean everything up. And we're pretty much done right here. Like I said, this is a stupid simple tie. Just gonna go ahead and whip finish. This fly does a great job at grabbing attention. I use it to kind of figure out where fish might be, how they're acting for that day. My final step here is just going to be to add a little bit of Sharpie on this white thread. If you're using a brown thread or a tan thread, this is not necessary, but I'm just going to hit it with a hot spot. Some orange Sharpie here. If y'all tie this up, let me know. I'd love to see it. Send it over on my Instagram. Especially if you catch a fish with it. I love that shit. Thanks for watching, y'all. See ya.